Oh, let's see how well this is going to go. More boom.
Operation successful.
Unexpected result.
Ooh, grenadier gloves. Using grenades costs 1 less for the wearer, and enemies suffer +2 additional damage from them. Who does not have gloves that use explosives? No one. PG.
Patience! My nerves are frayed! What lies beyond?
You know what? We never did. Oh, can we not go back there?
Tapestry of a world. I am the rogue thread. There will be no peace in my wake.
Collect some more.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Just a footfall. Oh, where's the footfall? This huge wall that rises above the chaotic buildings. The soaring arches. I think we've been every. Oh, no. There's been some places where we haven't gone. Right. Under.
Patience! My nerves are frayed!
Alright, let's see if we can go this way. That's a lot of landmines. Just burning rats and some trash and some parasites of some other. The district's under quarantine, you see. It got by something nasty, a disease, or maybe it isn't a disease, just some bugs and worms, what's crawling out of some ship. It's a bit odd that it happened here and not the docks, I grant you. Things like that usually start there. They even spray the place with some gunk to kill all the bugs and worms. But I guess something slipped through too. Families in the block were over there snuffing it, and the Liege wasted no time getting the district surrounded so that nobody could leave. Who knows? They found them in their hovels already. Dead, blue sores on their bodies, and they stank something awful. Which is why the lot that found them didn't even risk looting the corpses. Good on them, I guess. Doesn't mean we let them out, of course. You're looking at them. You should stand here, burn the foulness, and we've got people standing guard so that no one escapes. Put some mines down, and a whole lot of them for the same reason. The water, the sewers, all blocked off to stop any communications getting out. The air's open, I suppose, but the foulness doesn't seem to be airborne. There hasn't been any strange deaths outside the district. No, we don't, and we don't want to find out if something nasty cropped up. The right move is to contain it, kill it with fire, not go in to see what it is and why it's there. Of course not. I mean, I heard Revered Horus has been praying for their souls, which sounds more like retribution fall upon them, and rightly so. That's the most they can. No dice, not going to happen. We're letting no one in. I'm telling you right now, bribes and intimidation won't work on me, so don't even try. You can fill a petition with the leech if you're so desperate, but my advice to you would be to go on your merry way. The void got plenty of nasty, dangerous holes. You don't have to die in this one in particular. You'll go in, die, and that means I'll have to burn more corpses.
What lies beyond? One step at a time amidst the madness.
Okay. It looks like that's everything we can do here. So I guess back to the docks. What does it say on the goods? Well, another leaflet!
Failure is a bitter taste. They will see. Oh yes, they all will see.
This is Grenadier's Cloak. The wearer and their allies are immune to damage from the wearer's grenades.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
So you're going to say no one's going to get their cargo in because they'll die before they get there.
There will be no peace in my wake. Genius triumphs.
Maybe we should have gone to that martyr place.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Bigger report, I'm writing to inform you that 2 days ago the discharge was interrupted by a raid landed by the Ares gang, and the attack 3 loader servitors were put out of commission. Furthermore, 1 cargo container serial number FDA1-16165 was stolen along with its contents. The 2 button don't work. How do I get in there then?
step at a time amidst the madness.
Actually, yeah, there's no 6.
What lies beyond?
The holy book by the altar, the void damn customs guy, he is always on duty. Does he get any time off? Does he ever leave for a piss? Is he a servitor or something? Guess what? Hanger by the window, remember to bow to the emperor through the window.
Applaud my brilliance. Patience? My nerves are frayed. Curiosity sings in my veins.
Come on, loot, loot, and loot. What are we looking for here?
There, done. There will be no peace in my wake.
Oh, there it is.
They will see. Oh, yes, indeed. They all will see. What lies beyond?
Actually, while we're here, let's talk to him. We have 20 still. Oh, this is Eldari. Why does he have it? Let's start at the bottom and go upwards. Go, now we got it up to 9, which is about halfway.
Patience. My nerves are frayed.
Who are we supposed to talk to? It will take time to confirm the ship is free of serious damage. To repair what damage there is, the Foxmaster will report when the inspection is complete. While waiting for the ship to get ready to get underway again, the rogue trader is free to visit the local administration. Is waiting in his residence. So we can't do anything here.
Tapestry of a world. I am the rogue thread.
Back to the shadow quarters then. Because we're looking, we have two quests here, Rot and another one. Okay, Rot. It is worth taking a closer look at the belongings of these killed by the and search for other evidence. The brazen actions, guidance, themselves. Not found on the body sender. It mentions a location apparently near the Adeptus. Macy's. The turn off is visible from the bar's entrance. There are people still inside the quarantine zone. Bars.
There will be no peace in my wake. They will see. Oh yes, they all will see.
What does these even do? Broken ribs. Eh. Are going in! Oh. So it's somewhere in here.
A machine gun grants me insight.
What lies beyond? One step at a time, amidst the madness.
Ooh, something there.
This failure shall not define me.
This Explorator is blessed with multifunctionality. Operation successful.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
By the throne, that's him, isn't it? The poor sap who got his tongue cut out by the Anvers. That's the one. I think he was from the Castapicelia. Well, his troubles are over now.
Over.
The machine god grants me insight.
Patience? My nerves are frayed.
Woman looks to be in her 40s and she is surveying you with interest. Her right eye appears almost black against her dusty skin, while her left eye emits a greenish light filtered through the smuggled lenses of a prosthesis. Her arms are tattooed all the way from the base of her shoulder to her knuckle. Looking for something specific you're buying or maybe selling? Don't be shy, just ask Riza what kind of folks my boys will fit you anything your heart desire. Face breaks into a broad smile. The old Rasco. I thought he croaked in the mines a long time ago, but old Rasco's still alive. And kicking, you say? Me and him have been through a lot of interesting scrapes together, and all the weird and wonderful things we stuff acquired. Rahel wouldn't send his regards along with just anyone. You must have done him a good turn, and because of that, old Riz's got you a special discount. Oh, that's a very great sword. There you go. Okay, let's see what you are selling. Needle pistol. Tactical backpack. Yeah, I thought that was something. What's this? Swashbuckler. Shotgun. Yes. Grimoire of the Void. Grimoire of Void. This grimoire increases the chance of triggering psychic phenomenon by 15%. All warp damage dealt by its wielder is increased. Oh dear. Carnage. It's a chain axe. Yeah, if we got that, we know who to give it to. Poet's Grace. The thing is, we have a 3% discount on everything too, so. What was the button that I used to check things again? Right, tab.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Would you look at that?
Mastercrafted Power Mall. 10 to 17. I don't think that was what I was supposed to find.
They will see. Oh, yes, indeed. They all will see.
How does this shape up? What he currently has is better. Which one is better? The one that he has is better. I don't think you can use. Oh, you can. I think the only reason why you even have that is because we haven't found another pistol that I like. Yeah, we'll keep everything on hand.
There will be no peace in my wake.
The flabby man in worn clothes is sighing sadly over a glass of murky booze. Only when he looks up at you and you notice his eyes, large, piercing, and full of sorrow. A stark contrast to his unkempt appearance. Could it be that someone actually wishes to keep me company? Let me introduce myself, Gordy Skitov, architectural historian. Here I go again, pouring my heart out to have you disappear in 10 minutes, just like everyone else before you. But alright, here is the story of Gordy Skitov, the unluckiest historian in the Imperium. I was born 2 sectors away from here. My family was quite influential, which allowed me to dedicate myself to my great passion, the history of the Imperium architecture. I spent a number of years studying every scholarly work there was to find on this art, and then once I had inherited my family's fortune, I traveled and documented the development of architectural thought on different worlds. Until one day, oh, that accursed and blessed day, until one day I came into possession of something quite special. Pulls what looks like a book or an album with a home-made leather cover out of his bag. Both the pages and the binding look well worn. Here it is, my undoing. This is an authentic booklet titled Dwyn's Design, one of the thousands that were printed centuries ago, and the times of Footfall's construction. A curious read, please tell us more. As Cassia takes a shy step forward, smiles and show her some of the faded pages. Footfall's founder, Lord Permes, was obsessed with his creation's grand future. The booklet described in detail what Footfall was meant to become. Upon its completion, dozens of asteroids turned into glorious palaces and temples, massive bridges spanning the void itself, and the marvelous flying buttresses. The archolts of the exterior archives and the elegant arrangement of balusters. And the interior, with 10 stories tall and more than a kilometer long, close to pin light tubes and to catch the light of Perpetuus and use it to brighten the halls and the hearts of the asteroids. Stained glass windows and mosaics, bas reliefs and statues. Engrossed in his own description, just stands up and starts tracing the outline of arches and galleries with his hands. Blinks deeply, barely suppressing a yawn, and looks around with a bored expression. Emerging from his reverie, he catches himself blushing slightly and loudly flops back into his seat. I apologize, I got carried away, but you must understand how deep an inspiration this booklet left on me when my young self picked it up. I simply couldn't think about anything other than Footfall. I was ready to give my life just to see this incredible station. And of course, no matter how hard my friends and loved ones tried to dissuade me, I still gathered all my savings and set out on a journey. It's no easy feat to cross 2 sectors, especially for a common citizen, albeit one who has some resources at his disposal. I had to change one ship from another, at times being forced to stay on transfer worlds, waiting for a vessel headed in the right direction for warp disturbances to subside. The voyage took me a total of 107 years in real space-time. Of course, for me, it was much less than that, somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 or 35. And then, after all those years, having spent all my savings, I reached my dream. And what did I see? A dumping place of the exquisite portico. Metal hills clinging to the columns. The marble tilts preferred by paupers to use a clobber for their hovels. It's been a dozen years since I came here, and I still haven't recovered from the shock. I had suspected that not everything from the booklet would exist in reality, but I never expected to see Footfall in such a sorry state. It is like stumbling upon the horrific decomposing corpse of your beautiful beloved. He is dark in the warp, like a shameless thief is guilty of stealing the short span allotted to his servants. But what sense is there in spending half your life on such an enterprise only to then lose your spirit and waste the remaining half on nothing at all? So then, ink and paper too can lie and cause pain. Does this mean that all I have ever read about will one day disappoint me with ugliness? This is tragic indeed. I wish I could see Footfall the way you envision it, but you are an art historian. Is what happened to Footfall not part of its history? Strokes his goatee and thought, yes, Footfall's current appearance, slums fused together with its remains of mature houses. As a unique phenomenon, it would be curious to observe it if other places have taken after it, thereby solidifying it as a new style of architecture. Or as it still remains a local oddity. My words, you certainly know how to provide an unexpected perspective on things. Be that as it may, I just wanted to say thanks for you for hearing me out. Over the dozen years I've spent on Footfall, not one person has hung around long enough to listen to my story to the end. It's such a delight to have shared everything that's been weighing on my mind. I'm poor as a church mouse, but I still have something to offer you. As a token of my appreciation, after studying the booklet thoroughly, I discovered something interesting. I kept heard message scattered throughout its pages, taking the form of a riddle. It describes certain places of interest on Footfall. I believe it is the work of the booklet's creators. If these riddles lead to something, a wondrous discovery, I will gladly share with you what I've been able to learn with you. Riddles. A flash of burning, almost childish curiosity burns for Atari consulates. I have, of course, but I'm an old man who is blind in one eye and can barely move his legs. I never found anything, but that doesn't mean there's nothing to be found. The first location for the riddle isn't far from here. It's a bridge that was supposed to go through the center of this district and into the void towards the neighboring asteroid. Only a couple of its spans were built, and even those lie in ruins. Still, the cache survived after all these years. It is there somewhere. The second location is the lantern of the great cathedral. A lantern is a small tower and on top of a dome. You've seen Footfall Auditorium, haven't you? The whole auditorium is just the name it's just the nave of the former cathedral. The League's entire so-called palace would have fit inside what what was meant to be not but a single room. The great cathedral has it been built would have been even bigger, but alas, its construction was just getting underway when Dwayne died and the work stopped. The lantern from its dome, however, had already been built and survived. It was brought into the auditorium and dubbed the Cathedral of St. Tris the Warrior. We've seen that. It's in the dock, if I remember correctly. And all that I know. I wish you luck in your search. Must leave good luck to you. Well, we found one of those locations, at least.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
What lies beyond?
Citizen, citizen, citizen. Citizen, citizen, citizen. Sit, 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 sit. Sit, sit. Waitress. Citizen. I saw something flash over there. Suspicious prowler. Citizen. Suspicious prowler. Citizen, 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 citizen.
Patience! My nerves are frayed!
Citizen, citizen, citizen.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue.
Citizen.
thread.
More citizens. Whole bunch more citizens. Suspicious prowler. And there's the refugees, the citizens. Citizen, refugee, 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 citizen, 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 citizen. And we already went. So that's left is Octavania. The burly woman with a fiery hair is in the process of tinkering with some unknown device as clinking melodious. She has a rough-looking implant in place of her lower jaw. As you approach, the implant begins to move as if independently of the rest of her face. Welcome to the Epticus Administrator. What can Octavina get you? Emswick, hello, something more interesting. Freezes in place. It can't be. Are you Sister Argenta, the Sister Argenta? The one who has the worst scum of footfall shaking in their boots. The whole station is talking about you, and here you are in the flesh of our home. Stops the torrent of admiration with a calm gesture. No more. I seek retribution against transgressors, not glory for myself. Despite her words, you catch a glint of her slide. You can tell she's enjoying the enraptured attention. You're in the oldest watering hole on Footfall, sir. The Epticus Ministus and the only Adeptus one can find on Footfall. I'm Octavina. Serve, drink, lend an ear, and if it comes down to it, quiet the rowdy ones. Folks usually come to this for either pleasure or business. Might ask what brought you here. It's sure nice to know that this dive piques the interest of people other than thugs and boozers. Then again, English is like it rocks. The outside horrible to look at, but the insides are remarkably useful if you know what you're doing. Sitting on this bar, open just for folks in the talkative mood, but I don't see anybody paying me to keep quiet. Visits from eminent individuals like yourself boot the stats of my establishment, so I can repay you by sharing what I've overheard. Some of it might help you out in your dealings. Look, the answers in a little ways. Maybe I do know something, but let's not shout about it in the whole bar, alright? I've been here long after you walk out of this bar, and there's respects no agreement, laws, or other gangs. You look the wrong way, and you're dead. Anyway, to the point, those are scum amongst scum, the most unhinged goons, and you can find on Footfall and even other unhinged goons want nothing to do with them. They have no hierarchy, no territory, nothing, only a nameless leader who most of the others haven't seen once. This leader sends some leaflets with inspiring messages. Followers are recruited by other followers. The leads tried to bring them into line, but it's like this. Clear out one group, and in the meantime, 5 more spring up elsewhere. Like I said, no one knows who this leader is or what this leader operates, or where this leader operates. But here, what I noticed, the most recent of the leaflets, the ones so fresh you can smell the ink off of them, always show up in the same area on the Big Slum asteroid. Let me show you where it is real quick. She uses a drop of liquor to draw a basic map right on the bar, right there. I'm positive they're printing their little poems somewhere in this area. What makes you say that? Do you know what you're standing on the deck of the Martyr's Endurance, a sacred vessel that once belonged to the Adeptus Ministorum 100 years ago? The bureaucrats sent a message here to establish a department, set up some kind of record-keeping, overhaul footfall, and make everything here follow a billion laws to the letter. As you can see, it was the Endurance, its inhabitants, that got overhauled in the end. I don't know what happened to them, but the locals like to come here to make deals and count their money like before. In this Temple of the Imperium's accountants, over there you can see even the signs have preserved partially. You like it? I'm flattered. It's not often that we get important visitors here, and it's even less often they really appreciate this place. Haven't been to our flying station for a while, have you, sir? As per usual, there's never a dull moment. Either someone's getting shot in the square, or some rich guy's going on a safari to hunt commoners in the shadow quarters. Sure, the leech make sure that the local shenanigans don't get in the way of business on the station. But what happens on the outskirts adds a little spice to our lives. We might do, but the real trouble is, with every passing day, it gets harder to find grub. I heard that some horrors are happening in the void outside for British, and not all ships are making it here, and the Legios old patrons don't seem to be in a hurry to help. It's taking its toll on Vlad's authority. If his authority wobbles too hard, he'll have plenty of people lining up to take his place. This one might interest you. A tale I heard from a tipsy voidborn from a cargo barge that exited the warp halfway between Furbus and the Arvis system and came up a shuttle wreck adrift. The shuttle was resigned to the inevitable end of Triumph, a merchant ship that disappeared decades ago. She was bound for footfall, her cargo brimming with valuable goods. She never made it. If anything at all survived the shipwreck, could be quite the lucky find. Here's another tidbit for you. Some poor sot we're here brawling about how his crew tossed out a whole shipment of cargo along with the trash, and it was his fault somehow. He hid the fact, and once they docked at Footfall, he immediately went on the run. No surprise there. Had they discovered his blunder, he would have been executed. I don't know the sort of cargo it was, but the ship he served on usually goes between Footfall and Winterscale's realm. She passes the 100 Dreams crossroad in his belt. If you happen to be by the area, you might want to look for whatever that idiot chucked overboard. That'll do for now. Until next time, sir. Okay, the bars. The bars. Turn around and the bars. My thought is it's like somewhere like right here. What are we missing? Yeah, there is something here. I can barely see it. Fuck?
Curiosity sings in my veins.
It's below. Somewhere below. Where? Because you could see something right here on the map. Yeah, it's like something right here.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Rot. Spirit. Rot. Okay, so the rot's in the other place. What was it? The Arbitrarium?
They will see. Oh, yes. They all will see.
Actually, let me check something. Is it in rumors? Hi there, Pandora.
What lies beyond?
It's over here. So that means it most likely is underneath. Yeah, it's most likely somewhere underneath here then, if it's going to be somewhere around here.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
Oh, let's just look around this place one last time before we leave. To go to the Void Hangar. Because this one, we do know where this is, because we found it by accident.
Patience! My nerves are frayed!
Oh, never mind. This isn't where it is. I thought this was it. So let's go to here. The Atarium. Yeah, this is the place where we were earlier.
They will see. Oh, yes, indeed. They all will see.
Oh, can we give stuff to him?
There will be no peace in my wake.
Has been cleared out. As well as features, and he makes a sign of the equivalent. I hope that their suffering was commensurate with their deeds. It is once the course of his life that approaches burdens his soul, which many vile and with many vile and gross acts, his confessions were akin to a grant. Just as Chisholm listening on mankind's eminent vice and enormities. It was all the more painful for him to realize that of all the heinous acts he had committed, not one had been forgotten by the Emperor. D'Angelo was afraid of death, and that with would await him after. He hoped to atone for his misdeeds, yearned to convince, if not the Emperor, then himself at least, that he had been more than a consistent speck of malign mold his entire life. And it is true for miscreants above all others. The greater the transgression, the more reckless and wondrous the repentance. What am I doing at the sin of blasphemous pagans and the vilest of souls? You may say, well, follows the first and last stop in the first expanse. It is the point of arrival for those who have just started on their path. It is also where those return their souls wounded and bleeding. I embrace both the former and the latter, so that they may cast an honest eye over their impurity. Furthermore, rovers from across the entire sector and massive footfall. If I hear crewmen whispering about a reclaimed shrine world or express desire to carry the Emperor's light into the darkness among the stars, I help my flock in their sacred duty. Devoted trailblazers need assistance, both spiritual and material, tools, equipment, and even garments, and simply everyday items. Anything that might help pilgrims on their long journey and during the first days of the harsh frontier life is worth its weight in gold to us. May any help you offer to the effort gathering such things be blessed. The path of true believers leads into darkness. The search for worlds that have lost is radiance steeped in depravity. Blessed are the deeds of those who give themselves to the void and the warp in hopes of their actions might bring light into the darker reaches of the expanse and deliver a previously barren world of the Imperium's service. And all the more bitter to the realization that not all brave souls will succeed in their mission. But full stands awaits news from the wasteland wayfarers, an ancient ark of a ship headed for distant stars. Her last traffic message was sent from beyond the Cirrus Manufactorium, and the stars have kept her fate's secret since. I bear another darker duty The expanse is filled with the tainted creations of unholy heretics. These entious objects are a danger to the soul, and I know what to do with them. Should you, on your travels, come upon dangerous corrupted objects, bring them to me, and the reward for your vigilance will be even more generous. This mission has much to share with the rogue trader. Okay. Wasn't enough to do anything. Oh, well, taking everything you got. I don't even know what I'm taking. Okay, we got this. Navigator stick. This scroll grants the owner a 15 bonus to Lore Imperium. And a new hat. All targets of a taunting scream suffer a penalty. I don't think we have taunting scream. Yeah, we don't have taunting scream, so let's go to archetype. Choose an ability. Call the Bold. Next target, the bounty hunter's next attack this turn will have additional effects. Deals an additional BS damage. Bullshit bonus damage. Ballistic skill bonus damage. Enemies' armors will be reduced by the tier. Against all bounty hunters' attacks to the end of combat. If the enemy's armor against this attack is below 20%, the enemy's dodge is also decreased against all the bounty hunters. Prey. If the target of the attack is marked as prey, the armor and dodge reduction created by Call the Bold also works for the attacks of the bounty hunter's allies. Claim the bounty. Makes a free single attack with a selected weapon that its attack always hits. Does not end the bounty hunter's movement, but deals just 4 times usual damage. Just after each third enemy killed by Claim the Bounty gets +1 charge of Hunt Down the Prey. The clean kills a target. +2 AP. Honestly, I want to get Claim the Bounty. That sounds something that's needed. Death Whisper. The assassin makes an attack that does not count towards the limit of attacks per turn and does not block the assassin's movement, but deals only 25% of base damage. Successful, the target suffers from hemorrhage. Interesting. Edge. Oh, you know what? Let's get Death's Whisper. Oh, he gets 2. Neat. Defensive stat, Wall of Rock Creek Bulwark. Okay, what does Bulwark do? Until the start of their next turn, the Vanguard gains damage reflection against ranged attacks equal to the number of unyielding beacons on the Vanguard. Oh, he's the one that has it. Additional, the Vanguard becomes immune to push and becomes Wall of Rock Creek, the Vanguard, and all other allies, and a 3 says range rhythm gains 3+ temporary wounds. Okay. Bulwark or Wall of Rock Creek? Let's get Bulwark for now. And let's see what we can get. Combat Master. Movement. Let's get him Dueling Mastery. And for you, next attack, if it hits, will cause all the targets to make a toughness resistance test. Penalty. If failed, the target will suffer a negative effect based on the attack's damage type. What's Wildfire? Next attack will cost 0. It will not count towards the attack limit this turn, and will grant a stack of versatility even if the attack type is the same as the last attack. The cost of this ability is reduced by -1 for every stack of versatility. Gains P 3 plus movement points. This has stacks. Double. Let's get this. Inspire, Lichpin, Stronghold, Fervor, finish the job. What's that? Can only be used on enemies with the unfinished business effect. This effect is applied to enemies which were attacked by the Master Tactician's allies, but not by the Master Tactician, and has less than 50% of their wounds. The Master Tactician immediately attacks the target with a single shot or strike. This attack does not count towards the attack's per turn limit, doing half of the weapon's maximum damage and an additional ballistic skill damage. Inspire, Lichpin. Let's get Strong Point. Grand Strategist. Killzone Stratagem. Overwhelming Stratagem. Stronghold Stratagem. Trench line? I guess. No, I want him. If wear deals damage to an enemy, the wearer has a 25% chance to gain 2 movements. Radius around the wearer gains a 40% resolve from the unending instead of the original bonus. What boots do you have? You don't have any. So let's equip these to you. And you can have these. We don't have anyone with that ability. Who has the next highest lore Imperium? You. You get this. Which is better? 10 and 5. Let's give you the Bloodhound stick. Just because it gives her more willpower. What are these? This will increase movement speed by 6 and grants 2 charge with the slash ability. It reduces weapon skill and skills perception by 15 until the start of the next. Okay. I already forgot what I was originally going to do, but oh well. Oh, we're back here. And now we're looking for some heretics that are here. Well, I guess we could see what did we get anything new? Barons. No. Companions. I want this one to go back up, the Rite of Blood, but it won't let me. And we still don't have much of this. But anyway, oh, contacts. Here we go, Lost in the Void. Yeah, that'll be it for this episode, and I'll see you all in the next.